Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Losing a loved one is not easy. To continue living normal after losing a loved one, it's not easy. On this video, the South African actor and singer Simphiwe Ngema is on her live Instagram. She is joined by Zola, who was Dumi Masilela's best friend. They take us through Dumi Masilela's life and the way he was killed, the court appearances, their plan to film Dumi Masilela's documentary. Very emotional talk. Let's watch.
Remember with Dumi, I went to court every day.
Yeah.
I left here, drove, fetched right.
By the way, I don't know how you guys did that, hey?
We had to.
I couldn't. I wouldn't
No, we had to, or else I would have never forgiven myself because I wanted them to know that you killed the wrong motherfucker. You and you're gonna deal with these motherfuckers again. Because I don't know if people what you see on TV, that's not us. Those motherfuckers that make up and wardrobe, they invoice, they're paid, you know, yeah. But since I got to go now. So on the final day, I don't know how, but because I always have a bloody wardrobe in my car, I had to change outfits 3 times because I need to when they were being sentenced. Before then, I need to their girlfriends of the killers were inboxing me on Facebook, which he stopped posting, because you know me, I posted their fake pictures.
You post everything.
Me, I post your name, your surname, picture. But you know, yeah. So they were threatening me. I was like, hey, guys, you wanna play? Come play. Let's play. But yeah, no, you are like, okay, no, me, I posted. So on the day of the sentencing, there were people outside. I had to go change outfits because even Dumi's mom, was being transported by what you call our people. Those ones, man. But that Mkhwebane is doing who are the people that are guiding us?
What people? I don't know.
The public protector, who's there's
Okay, we call them bodyguards for now. Yes.
bodyguards. No, okay, let's call them the FBI. Yeah. So the FBI was. Yeah, the FBI was because it's not safe. Because the one back landed, so they were outside. Because I would leave the courtroom and walk Pitori. No, and Pitori is far. And Pitori is racist, you know. Yeah, so I would just be there for Jimmy's mom and for the justice, and I'd have Brighton today because you know it was Brighton and myself and Jimmy, you know, those were 3 of my niggas. We were convicts together, you know. So when I think when we saw them, we 5. And I've exposed their names and surnames on social media, and then their girlfriends, they had the balls or the tits or the clits and the audacity to say to me, "What's post I want to I'm not, I don't just by now how this nigga fucking killed my fucking best friend, bro. But, like, how does it sit with you? It's not poster. So they were like, no, I must delete their pictures and stuff. I was like, you must come to my house. Come and take my phone and delete it yourself. Me, I'm not deleting nothing.
Yeah, I remember. I don't even remember who sent me the photo of the guy who actually pulled the trigger. Like that on its own left me so traumatized.
Which one? Which one pulled the trigger?
Something Masondo.
I'll check. Yeah.
It's the dark guy.
Okay, I think I see him.
He's the darkest out of
Because
them.
remember, before we left, the thing is, there was nonsense before the court was adjourned because they wanted to pin it on one person. That's when I went to the car and I changed outfits and we had breaks and because the thing is they wanted to pin one person and then the other one were gonna come after us. So we made sure that all five, all of them, and then they tried for no problem. Everybody's will guys. I would go to, I want to die knowing that, listen, it's not going to bring to me back. One, you know, but I'll make sure his brothers are good, mom is good, you are good. I still wish you guys had a kid so at least I can have young Dumi around, you know, but it's not just the dark guy, the bonke, all of them, all of them, all of them, until they tell us exactly what. But I will make sure, like I will follow this until I take my last breath, you know, because Jesus, man. Because after the sentencing, there was movement. They were like people were taking numbers, contacts. They were because you know the people out. There's people when we're sitting in the courtroom, I don't even sit next to Mama because things you have to confuse the enemy. You have to. That's why you must dress up differently and move differently. And also, when I drive to court every day, you can't take the same route because they follow you. Like you follow me. Me, I'll take the M1, N1, R55 out of the computer. I'll put the car, and because you know, well, my car, you know, it says I shot the GB. Me, I'll go take a taxi. So if I'll send you, okay, I'm not sure if I'll send you the picture. I don't want us to go back there. But if you think it's that guy, because there's only one that guy there that they're all here. But they are also they're all here as well. If it's that guy, again, it's not gonna bring to me back, but it's fine. It's fine. No, it's not fine. But we learn to live without.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we, for me, I always say I get caught physically, but we spiritually you go. Yeah.
Yeah. You
What were we talking about before we got here? My word.
I don't even remember. I don't even know how we got here. I don't know. No, we were talking about the documentaries that you guys want to shoot and stuff.
In fact, speaking of which, in fact, I must speak to Mama here, and then I'll speak to you because I want to do a documentary for AKA, but I think I want to do one for Dumi first.
Mm.
You know, from soccer playing to music to acting.
Mm. I always say this, like a lot of people, like we have talents, ne? We're all talented, but not everyone uses their talents to the best of their abilities, and no one can actually say that confidently say that I've used my talents on such big platforms. A lot of people don't know that Dumi was a soccer player,
Oh,
a professional soccer player,
yeah, PSL.
a
Yeah.
PSL. They don't know that. Well, I guess they know about idols because idols were so public,
Yeah.
and also Rhythm City. So he used all the talents to the best of his ability, and he used those talents on such big platforms. And for me, I think that's what inspired me about him. That as much as he didn't live a long life, he lived. He lived. You know. Um.
And he was not done. He was not done. We were not done. Like, I still have projects that I can't delete. I still have it. I can't even delete his
But
number.
I honestly think we were not done, but he was, because God knew, you know, God knows when you're going to be born and when you're going to die. So, um, that's the reason why his life unfolded the way it did. That's why he was able to be on such big platforms at such a young age, and everything happened so quickly. His soccer career shot up, his music career, his acting career, such big platforms. So I think he lived. He lived.
Mm.
Kukhala thina esele, because we feel like we
Because,
wish we had more
because you
time.
know, because you know how it translates now. That means we should not rush the process yet.
It means you need to live your life to the best of your ability. It means you need to use your talents to the best of your ability. It
Oh,
means you need
but
to
to
get
do
on those platforms and stop procrastinating. It means you need to go for your dreams. That's what I took. I started my music career at 29. Who does that? A lot of people start at a young age. And I felt that if Dumi could do it, I can do it, you know. And I felt that we don't always have the time that we think we do. You think you're going to live up to 50, 60. How many people do you know, that young people in the industry, have we lost? People who thought, no, I'm going to do this next year, I'm going to do this. No, what if you don't make it to next year? You have to do it today, you have to do it tomorrow, you have to do it now, because reality is you only have today. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So for me, that's what I took from the whole experience. You would see, when I leave this earth, what am I leaving it with? How are people going to remember me? What legacy am I leaving? If Usimpiwe passes on tomorrow, God forbid, how are people going to remember me? What are people going to be saying at my funeral? Are they going to be saying Usimpiwe, she was an actress, she was this, she was this, she was a go-getter, she achieved this and that and that? Because for me, that's what inspired me about Dumi's funerals, that people were there talking about that, talking about he was an amazing soccer player, talking about he was an amazing musician, talking about he was an amazing actor, and he used all of that on such big platforms. And for me, my passions are what got me through the difficult times. And that's why I say to people a lot that know your passions, know what your dreams are, and always go for them. Don't forget who you are. I know it sounds like a cliche, but when you remember who you are, that's when you start living, irrespective of what situations you are put in. There's something my dad said when Dumi passed away, because he could feel that I was losing myself. He could feel that I was drowning, you know. My dad said, Simphiwe, this is what happened to you. I get it. It is painful. I get it. It is the worst thing that could have happened to you. I get it. But you need to remember the person you were before you became Dumi's wife, because that's what's going to save you. You need to remember that you are an actor. You need to remember that you are a musician. You need to remember that you are a dancer. You need to, because those things are going to encourage you to live and not be depressed and not sit on that bed and shut the curtains and just be in that dark space, because I had been in that dark space for so long. You know, my passions are what saved me. Me remembering that, oh my gosh, I still have a life to live. Dumi has lived his life and he's achieved everything that he needed to achieve. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Irrespective of how I look at it, uNkulunkulu ungiboleke yena, bekungaso wami, and uNkulunkulu bekazomthatha, whether I like it or not. And for me, now it was about, how are you going to live your life from this? How do you move forward from this? How do you not let the situation drown you? How do you not die in your situation? Because I remember a friend of mine coming to see me, Utembi, and she was like, friend, do you know, if you committed suicide, I would have understood. I wouldn't have blamed you. I would have understood, because she saw the state that I was in. She saw how broken I was. She saw how I sat in bed for 3 months and did not move. Like, I would literally just taking a shower was an achievement. At that time, taking a shower was an achievement. So for me to pick myself up from that state, to get to a point where I can actually go to work, where I can actually achieve stuff, and where I can actually use my pain to heal other people with Ladies' Night, and have people around me who have been through what I've been through, and people that have been through worse, and encourage them and speak to them and tell them that you can make it. I don't do Ladies' Night just for the fun of it. No, I do it because that's where I heal. That's where I get to talk about these things. That's where I get to talk about, this is my pain, this is how I feel, without the fear of being judged, because social media judges us so much, especially as widows. Like, how do I forget? People expect you, it's okay, just because Simphiwe has moved on, she's forgotten about Dumi. How? Ngimkhohlwa kanjani? Tell me. Because if that was possible, I would choose that any day, because the remembrance of Dumi is painful. That is the pain I have to live with every day for the rest of my life, irrespective of whether I moved on or not. Every day when I wake up, I still think about him every day. There's no day where I can say, oh no, today I didn't, no, today. No, it doesn't happen that way. You don't erase someone in your mind. You don't forget the experiences. How do I forget the experience of wiping his blood from that car? I had to wipe it off. I had to remove the blood. Me. How do I forget that experience? How do I forget that when Dumi passed away, I didn't just lose Dumi. I lost a life that I could have had with him. I lost the dreams that we had together. I lost the kids that we could have had. I lost the house that we were planning to get together. I lost the cars that we were planning to get together. I had to almost start over. Literally. I had to have different dreams. Literally. I had to start a new life because now all the dreams that I wanted to carry with him, I did not have the strength to carry because he's not there anymore. And I didn't want to, for instance, buy the car that we wanted to get together because that would constantly be a reminder of, if Dumi was here, I'd be driving this car with him. I literally had to be like, now I have to find a new favorite car. Now I have to find a new place that I want to live at. I need to find new dreams. Who am I without Dumi? How do I grow from that? How do I become someone new? I had to learn how to eat simple things like that, because people don't tell you about the trauma that you go through, the trauma that grief brings to your life. Dumi and I used to do everything together. Everything. Eat.
Oh no.
Like we had two
I
cars.
know.
We
I
literally
know.
had two cars, but we would drive in the same car for no reason, just because we wanted to be together.
I know.
So I would pick him up, or he would drop me off, or whatever.
I know.
As compare
I know.
sheets,
I
you know,
know. I
you know what I
know.
mean.
I know. I
So for
know.
me, from taking a shower, now this person is not here, to eating, where is he? What is he eating? I went through a stage where my trauma was so bad that when it was hot, I would think that he's suffocating. When it was cold, I'd feel like, okay, oh my gosh, what if he's drowning? And yes, I mean, but your mind cannot comprehend what's going on. Your mind cannot fathom the fact that this person was here, now they're not, and this person is buried, and they're not breathing under there. Your mind still says, "Ish uyaphila, uyadrauna, if yanet." Remember, he had like insimbi enyaweni. So
Yeah, I know. I've seen the scar.
yes.
I know.
So every time it was cold, after
Family, looking and listening to Simz, it is clear everything that happens to our lives, good or bad, happens for a reason. Simz lost Dumi Masilela at an unexpected time, painful way. She lost him for a reason. The healing that God has given Simphiwe after this loss, God uses that to heal more people. When Simz tells her story, most widows are encouraged. Most widows are healed. It was not easy going through that pain, but praise God, today she realizes why it had to happen. Family, in the comment section, please comment and let's discuss what do you think about this story. Thank you very much, family, for watching this video to the end. Please do not forget to like it before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Bye.